Shalom, friends. My name is Rabbi Isaiah Rothstein, and I was born and raised in the Jewish community of Monsey, New York, in a mixed-race family. I've always felt sent by my ancestors to do sacred work. What's interesting, though, is who my ancestors are. My cousin on my mother's side, Carol Robertson, was murdered along with 3 other girls in the Birmingham church bombing of 1963. Our common ancestor, Charles Magruder, was a stud, a human breeder for slaves in Sawyerville, Alabama in the 1830s. From my mother's side, Nicholas Gibbs fought in the American Revolutionary War and was one of the founders of America. On my father's side, Jacob Rothstein fled from a Jewish pogrom in Russia at the turn of the 20th century. Each of my ancestors calls out to me every day of my life, and particularly at this moment. And they are all saying, please do something. During this scary time in America's history, I really want to offer my story to you and hope that it provides you with greater understanding for what this moment calls for you to do in the name of liberty and racial justice. Growing up, I get questions like, is that your nanny? Are you adopted? Is your mom from Ethiopia? And every time it stung, it really burned. And some of my family functions, I was the lightest skin in the room. I was the white sheep of the family. So I saw myself as like the undercover brother. I felt undercover in my town, in my school, at work, on the subway, with friends of friends, and sometimes who I held most dear. People would say things to me that I just wish I never heard. I had a front row seat to hundreds of racial slurs in my life, and it hurt every time, and it still does. And at the same time, because of the color of my skin, I also discovered that I was able to talk with white people about serious issues around racial equity without them feeling threatened. My undercover brotherness was a superpower and a kryptonite all at once. I grew up with side locks, peyote, and a black kippah, hopeful curiosity countered with pain and with sadness. I grew up believing in the Mashiach, redemption, and the beauty of Jewish heritage, while also knowing my family had been slaves in America, and knowing that so many people really didn't care. Like so many other people of color, everything in my whole life has always been charged by race. Every time something went wrong in a school or at home, I was afraid it had to do with race. When I was in 2nd grade, a boy told me that I wasn't even Jewish because my mom has black skin. I cried, because I actually thought he might be right. He wasn't right. The thing about this kid is he inherited that idea from someone close to him, who inherited it from someone close to them. But we can teach our children to never say a thing like that to their peers. We can raise them to know better. It's on us right here and right now. This urgency for people of color, for Black people in America, to dismantle the structures of racism is not a new feeling. Not today, not in Trump's America, not for me, not for my parents, or my parents' parents' parents. This has been urgent always. Our entire lives. My parents, this interracial, God-loving baby boomer couple, they should live a long life. They are my heroes. They model what a life of meaning, purpose, and justice can look like. They raised us with our eyes facing towards the divine, modeling for us with every action that love fills all people of all backgrounds. They taught us the mission of bringing redemption, not just to the Jewish people and the Jewish world, but to the whole world. This mission was not fanciful or far out idea, but integral to who we are as Jews. My entire life has been centered around this idea. Redemption, the Mashiach, world peace, whatever you want to call it, is not coming until we build a world from love, one that works for everyone, where no one is left out because of the color of their skin. So now, my fellow Americans, I want to appeal to the good in you. I want you to tap into your inner essence and the inner child that wants to be loved and love others. Open your eyes, open your hearts, read with your hearts, listen with your hearts, speak with your hearts. Let us get to work. Let's just be clear, friends. What happened to Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and thousands of others was nothing other than a modern-day lynching. Full stop. Don't add anything else to the sentence. It was pure racism, period. Racism isn't a myth. Those who experience racism know it intimately. I lived it my whole life. And now the world is seeing what we have all experienced all of our lives. What is going on in our country is a smack in the face to my ancestors and to all of our ancestors who died fighting for progress. This conversation might make you feel uncomfortable. You should feel uncomfortable. We have a tarnished legacy, friends. It was once constitutional law that Black people weren't full human beings. In 1850, there were over 20 million legal slaves in North America. This America. That's our legacy. That's what we're dealing with. With the Civil War and emancipation in 1863, slavery was abolished according to law, but there was also the systemic oppression of Black people introduced to American law during the era of Jim Crow for nearly 100 years, from the 1860s until the Civil Rights Act of 1965. We have made progress, but we're not even close to home. We all have things that make us feel incredibly hopeless and tiny. Things people say to us, being bullied in school, or experiencing other people's attacks on who we are. It is scary to talk about the times our power was compromised by someone twisting our arm or making us feel, or you feel, second class. Now imagine feeling that way every single day. I didn't do anything to have this story. Like you, I inherited my story from ancestors who fought for their survival, who hoped for a better life, and who wanted to make for themselves a better world. We can no longer sit idly by while the blood of our fellow runs through the streets right in front of us and pretend that the racial injustices and murder we see has nothing to do with each and every one of us. It has everything to do with each and every one of us, and there is a lot that each of us can do. As Dr. King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Or similarly, James Baldwin said, one cannot deny the humanity of another without diminishing one's own. In the face of one's victim, one sees oneself. Be not mistaken. Right now, our American covenantal and constitutional rights are under threat. Racism is a human rights issue. We must work together to ensure that America remembers that all people are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This is a mess. We need to sit in this mess, know it hurts, and know that the compounded layers of racial injustice in America is so heavy. We need to sit with this heavy, scary mess, and we need to engage with it. Now I want to appeal to the good in you. So here are 7 ways you can show up and take action as an ally for people of color in America, and so we can heal this racial fracture in our society. So number 1, join the conversation. You need to make a choice to, no matter the level, scale, or intensity, join the conversation. There is nothing that this moment calls for us to do more than to be involved in civic engagement and fight for racial justice in America. Number 2, listen. Listen with humility. Joining the conversation around race and racism in America takes humility. Take pause, reflect, and introspect. In the Jewish tradition, we call it teshuvah, to repent from the wrongdoings in our lives, those we have committed and those we've inherited by our ancestors. So here's a tip. Stop and ask yourself if you really want to speak, or if you should probably just listen. Number 3, don't just sit there, do something. Get involved, make a donation to an organization doing the work. Engage your children in dialogue about systemic racism and the killing of Black people in America. Seek out support to help engage with your peers and colleagues. Consider what you can do as a friend or a coworker to create roadmaps towards racial equity in your life. Here's a tip. Consider your speaking action ratio. If you're talking and scrolling and ideating more than you are actually offering your energy to the cause, that might mean you need to change your approach. Number 4, educate yourself. Read your history. Where are you from? How did you get here? Has your family suffered? Contextualize your life story so you can place it next to someone else's history, so that you could recognize the relationship between your history and the history of others. Read American history. Read your Black history, your Jewish history, your history. Contextualize this moment. It's not random. Number 5, join with those who are different than you. As hard as it sounds, both Dr. King and Malcolm X, towards the end of their lives, before they were murdered, formed deep coalitions with white people to show the world that we must fight in this fight together. So, as a tip, try to activate people from where they are. Listen first. We don't need to speak hatefully. Number 6, show up physically, over Zoom or in meetings. Democracy is about showing up. Put yourself in the setting to learn, grow, and connect with people. But here's a tip. If you are white and you don't have any developed relationships with people of color, but you want to activate a connection, reach out, but be careful. If you have the wrong intention or approach, you might tokenize people. So take it slow. Let them lead the conversation. Number 7, give over your power. Help amplify the voices of people of color by handing over the mic. Like Mayim is modeling for us right now. Use your position to help fight for racial equity, whether it's one other person or 1 million other people. It's worth it. So I want to thank you for your time, and I want to thank my friend Mayim Bialik for being awesome. See you soon.